That is just wild. I'm at the parking area for the West Fork of the San Gabriel River. My plan is to jog up to some waterfalls, and I'm here very early. I'll explain that later. So this is the West Fork Bridge, and yeah, I've never been here this early, as I may have said before, but driving up here through Azusa, I saw both a bobcat and a coyote, so might get some wildlife early in the morning. So I think this is a pine cone of a big cone spruce, if I'm not mistaken. And I learned about this being a relatively rare pine recently, you know, so pretty cool. I think you can just tell them by those little three little things there. But anyways, yeah, pretty neat and pretty early on in the trail, so yeah. Right now I'm at the Bait Club cabin. It's starting to kind of get bright, but it's still a little before 6. And I kind of want to get there when the sun's up. So what I'm going to do now is actually go up this tributary just a little ways. So there is actually decent flow here, you know, we're just a little ways upstream from the Bait Club area and the road. So yeah, I'm going to follow this up a little further. So I'm at a spot with the fork, and there's a lot more flow coming from this way, but I remember there being kind of a bigger, wider waterfall this way. So what I think I'm gonna do is just go up this way for now, and then I may go this way coming back, may not, but definitely gonna see what's up here. Right here we got one pool, and there might be another one further further back there. Whew. Yeah, it's chilly. So I made it up here, not too much of a pool, I guess you could say, but certainly more of one down there. Anyways, yeah, this does kind of maybe look doable, but I don't know if I want to risk it right now, right? Like some of that rock looks real loose. Yeah, and then this, I mean, there's kind of a ledge there, but I don't know, maybe. So I kind of felt around there because there, you know, you do kind of get these things that look like they could be good holds, but I honestly think that some of the lower ones are just a little too slippery right now. And I am kind of out here sort of in the middle of nowhere, I guess, you know, so I may wait for this one to just dry up a little bit more before I revisit. But that being said, you know, just seeing this one with this much flow, you know, makes me pretty optimistic about the rest of this trip. This canyon view is pretty wild once again. You know, I forget how awesome some parts of the West Fork can be, but yeah, that's pretty much like a small kind of a narrow section here. Real cool. It's convenient to have this pool on the down climb. You know, I actually trying to do something a little more elegant there, but I figured, hey, you know, why not just slide back in. But yeah, anyways, yeah, let's get going further downstream and then back upstream the other way. Right now I'm at that other fork, and it does look pretty dry. You know, the intersection is just right down there, but I think what we're gonna do is just keep pushing a little further. I don't think the other fall spot is all that far. We suddenly have a little pool here. You know, a lot of this is just dry behind me, but yeah, no idea if there are even going to be falls here, and if there are, how much flow there's going to be. This was a smaller waterfall, and I kind of assume it was flowing in the springtime, but right now it's more or less of a trickle. Yeah, so you know, little mossy here and there, but all in all there is still some flow. I've seen this pretty wild though before, you know, so yeah. Another thing I kind of want to show you is, actually let me get stuff out of my pockets before I do that. I do have like a bunch of tissue paper and some other things. What we have here is like, I don't know if these are like old steps or something, but there's also this like metal chain, you know, and it's really kind of in there. I don't know if this was maybe for climbing at one point or hanging something, but yeah, it's pretty interesting to me. Oops. And if you know what this is, let me know. I'm gonna do a little cold plunge in this pool, you know. It's just deep enough for that. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, yeah, not bad. Again, nice pool. I think we're off to a good start today, and have some even better ones, I think, coming up shortly. So I just started jogging again back on the road, and yeah, you know, the sun's rising, so hopefully by the time I get to the last one, it's shining nice and brightly. This is Glen Canyon right here, and it looks pretty dry, but given what happened at the last stop, I think I'm gonna try to look upstream just a little ways and see if the lower pool of the falls is still flowing a little bit. This is the campground, and yeah, pretty nice. Lots of pine trees, you know. Forget how cozy this can feel. Very beautiful. Water still is flowing down here, so I think we'll have some luck with the waterfall and the pool. Glen Canyon Falls is actually still flowing, you know. I'm happy I checked this out now. A little disappointed I didn't do it last time. And yeah, this pool here, very deep, very nice on a hot day. And by the looks of things, you know, still plenty of flow and plenty of flow to come, at least for maybe a month or two, maybe more. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get in this shortly and do a little cold plunge. I'm standing, a little more sediment than last time, but yeah, still standing. Oh, there's a deep section. All right, let's cold plunge here. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Woo! Yeah, that's still pretty chilly. Yeah, this is a very, very nice pool, if I don't say so myself. Yeah, so I did get here early today, and I'll just elaborate on that a little bit, you know. So I was actually, because I did this 2 weeks ago, I was actually planning on going to the East Fork of the San Gabriel River. You know, I thought it would be nice to go to like Devil's Gulch, maybe try to go above that, the other horseshoe mine, Allison Gulch, perhaps even Iron Fork, you know. But as I was driving up there were 2 other trucks in front of me, and when we got to that bridge spot, right before the main trail parking lot, you know, there was like it seemed like it was closed, like there was some tape put up. Now maybe someone just put that tape up or something. I was able to drive to that parking lot about a month ago, whenever I did the trail, that really longer one up to Prairie Fork. But yeah, I saw that tape up there. You know, it still says bridge work or whatever. Maybe it's fine to drive up, I don't know, but I didn't really check, and I figured, like, you know, hey, I can always do the West Fork again and just not risk, I don't know, getting my car in trouble with some sort of like bridge issue, I don't know. But yeah, you know, I'm really happy I decided to do this because, you know, I decided to check out some of the drier looking tributaries, at least the ones that look dry from the road just now. And yeah, plenty of water. You know, it's gonna get hot. Even now, it's like, it's nice. So once again, you got this nice deep pool. Glen Canyon, you know. This right here, first tier of Glen Canyon Falls. Beautiful little section there cut out of rock. Really magical. I do want to check out a little further up the West Fork, actually. So I'm going to jog kind of towards the helipad and the dam spot, but I might try to make my way down if it seems tractable. So I remember it being really deep at one point down there, you know. Looks a lot less deep now, which I think is going to be good for a traverse upward, but I don't really know where the best spot to connect is. So essentially, there's a, you know, maybe like, I don't know, 5-10 meters of thick blackberry on each side of the river here. And then right over there, we got some stinging nettle, you know, so I think I might try to go check out the things that look like switchbacks back there. I have enough self-respect to not do that without like a machete or something. You know, I'm wearing like shorts and I don't know, tank top, I guess, whatever you call this. This is that helipad area, and it wasn't really obvious like if there were switchbacks. There were a few spots that kind of looked like they might be. So what I might do in the future actually is just kind of start further downstream and wade up, you know, to as far as I really can. There is a dam at some point, but it does look like a neat spot for an adventure. I don't want to be bushwhacking through a bunch of blackberries though to get there. Yeah, this is the gate for the dam. I did see someone, like one car drive up here, but for whatever reason it's open. I don't know why. Guess the door is open on the weekend. I haven't been up here in a while. Maybe they started opening it, but we might get a view of the reservoir. So this is the Cogswell Dam, you know, and right behind it you get the Cogswell Reservoir. Had to get a few photos. Was not expecting this today, but yeah, we're gonna go down this way. That's all just incredibly beautiful, you know. So yeah, I think this, they're opening, it seems to me at least, the way things were when I arrived at that gate, and that cyclist, and just, there was a lady there like looking at us, and she didn't really seem to care, like in one of those residential spots. So I think at this stage it's potentially open on the weekends. I don't really go on the weekdays here. It says it's closed. Yeah, this is just really beautiful. So I don't think I'm gonna go much further than this. I'm gonna stay on all the roads here. But yeah, very, very nice reservoir. This really helps feed the lower section of the West Fork of the San Gabriel River year round, just having this reserve of water. So yeah, it's wild how that reflects off the water to that rock up there. I mean, I don't know how clear it is on the camera, but for me, it's like crystal clear. Wow, this perspective is really nice too. I think the reflection is looking even better, I think, from the iPhone. So yeah, real neat area. Yeah, I can see like some areas are for residents. Like this, residents keep out. Obviously that, I was just pointing at it, but yeah, I guess, I don't know if this is always open, but like on the weekends, apparently it is. So Chileno Canyon is right up here. I think what I'm gonna do is go up as far as it reasonably makes sense. And I'll turn around only if I really get like choked out by blackberry or something. Otherwise, I'll keep pushing it. Saw this sort of thing last time, like new blackberry bushes, a bunch of newer, thicker blackberry bushes. So, if I can make my way around this, great. But if not, I'll probably come back with a machete sometime soon, just to cut some of this out. Because it's nice to have a good trail back here, or not necessarily a trail, but more like an adventure hike. It's not impeded by really sharp thorny bushes. This was definitely a deeper pond at one point. Neat thing is you still have a lot of fish. I don't know if you're seeing everything here. Some of these trout are really quite big, so yeah, I hope you're getting this. And yeah, just because there's a bunch of trout in this small pool doesn't mean there aren't many other pools just like it. I just decided to get footage here. So yeah, so we got ourselves another little tree frog here. They blend in quite well. This one's almost as white as the rocks. So cool. These pools right here have really filled in the sediment quite a bit, so I recall them being a lot deeper. Anyways, yeah, I think we have to climb up over these and then a little ways further and we'll be at the waterfall I want to be at. But yeah, I need to see how this really changes in drought years. This one looks really deep, and I did see a pretty large fish swimming in here, so third very big trout, I would say, of Chileno Canyon, and fourth of the day. So yeah, anyways, I might do a quick little dip here before I keep going further up, and I may stash a few things here. I don't know, it doesn't really hurt. I think we're getting pretty close. Oh yeah, that is great. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go like this. Hopefully there isn't too much more blackberry, and I do have a few things I'm bringing, so yeah, this will be fun regardless. So I think we're getting very close to the waterfall, and historically there's been this little spot where I kind of have to swim. I left my waterproof case right back there, so I'm not gonna film that this time. But just know the section in front of me does get deep, and there could be poison oak. I might have to try to crawl around. So this has gotten deep enough where I've had to swim. Oh, I think I might need to briefly. But yeah, let's do a little cold plunge again. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, nice. All right, getting the camera in the case, and I'm gonna try to climb up, think through that. Does look like there's some poison oak I might have to avoid though. Wow, this is all kind of stagnant here. This used to be flowing a lot more. I'm curious about the pool under the waterfall though. So given how stagnant that little pond was, I'm actually kind of happy about this, We got nice crystal clear water, pretty big pond. Not as deep as it was, but there are some semi-deep sections. And yeah, this waterfall, other times I've been here, it's been flowing a lot more, but that was like 2023, 2024 years. So looks like even in the, 2025 drought year, you still get flow in, I guess late July, whatever it is. And yeah, so I'm gonna do a quick little cold plunge here, I think, and then I kind of want to just chill here and relax for a bit, and just kind of like, I can't really lie on the rocks, but I'll figure something out. It's a nice area. Actually, before I do my cold plunge, I want to just show y'all some of the stuff we got growing here. So can't really see it that well, but up there are some native orchids, and above that there were Humboldt lilies. So if I had kind of come here, I don't know, like a month ago or so, those would all be in bloom. There'd be more flow here. And yeah, over here we have some sort of like non-native vine. So, don't know what this is, but I'm pretty sure, you've seen this around probably. It's certainly introduced. And yeah, again, beautiful waterfall and beautiful pool. I'm definitely beginning to kind of murky up. I'm gonna do a little cold plunge again in this deep section. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's nice. So I just noticed there are some ripe blackberries here, and it's a good thing, Lots of blackberry bushes, not as many ripe blackberries, but we got some. I think the phone's a little wet, but wow, that was a lot sweeter than the first blackberries I had. All right, that was a nice experience despite the low flow, and yeah, that pool is great. The whole area is pretty chill, I'd say, and I had a good time. I didn't spend maybe as long as I was thinking about spending here, but yeah, I kind of would like to get back before it does get super hot. Crawled up this in the past, but right now there's just a lot of poison oak there. So, and it can be pretty wild when this is really flowing and you're coming through that narrow section. It's an insane waterfall. You should check out the old videos I've done on the Chileno Canyon waterfall. There are, I think, like 3 of them maybe, plus this one this time. But yeah, let's keep going down. All right, emerging from that pool. So what I actually wound up doing is I just sort of hung on to that like branch, and then eventually I just kind of dropped myself in. Kind of an awkward down climb, so I decided to do something a little different there. But yeah, anyways, nice to revisit. The other ones, I was a little more like, wow, these are cool. Okay, this is neat. But this one, it's still really nice. But I was hoping for a little more flow in that waterfall. If it was just like, if it had a similar kind of flow rate to Glen Canyon, it should be great right now. But I don't think it's bad. I think it's kind of a chill spot. But compared to what it's been, I'll put the photos here again, and you can see. Got another one of these little frogs here, and this guy's just chilling. Maybe he thinks I can't see him. Pretty cool. Figured I'd catch this little guy because I haven't actually caught one in a while. I just kind of let him hop around. But yeah, these tree frogs really do blend in with the rocks, and I'll let him go shortly. But yeah, I can see the color is very, very similar. And even that, we saw like a whiter one earlier. That one was on a more white rock, I think, than this one. So it does seem to be quite local. I do find the rocks they blend in with quite well. Curious about the extent to which some of these smaller frogs with a really good camouflage, know to hop where they blend in well, or if there are a bunch of frogs and the ones that blend in well wind up surviving, while the ones that don't blend in well get eaten. So maybe it's a little of each, I don't know. Back at the West Fork of the San Gabriel River, I think I'm gonna top my water bottle off and then jog back. I was here 2 weeks ago, but I figured I'd stop by Butterfield Canyon again, not Butterfly Canyon as I called it, and maybe I can try to get up to that second pool. Does look a little awkward, but worth a shot. So I think that was a little more stable this time. It is kind of awkward still, but good news, yeah, we got a nice deep pool here, and this time the sun's actually in it, so that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to just see how clear this could be with the sun. So very happy. I think I'm gonna get in this pool, which is now that I've been to it like this I guess twice. This is my second time. Probably one of my favorites out here too, along with the, you know, the Glen Canyon pool. So anyways, yeah, let's get in. I am glad I decided to come up and climb up in here again. Nice and cold. You know, I wish it was a little hotter out, even though I'm jogging back. But you know, this is just so nice. You know, if it was a little hotter, this would be the perfect contrast of temperatures. Ready? Cold plunge. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that is great. That is just wild, you know. Such a nice pool. There's a little murky over there. It's my fault. But yeah, anyways, I think if you do use this yellow rope, you should know it's kind of attached to this branch. So I don't know. I mean, you know, it held me up, I guess, to some extent, but a little risky. And again, there is this sort of thing here. I don't know. You could use it. I don't really know what it's attached to, so I'm not gonna screw around with that. But yeah, you know, this does look like something. If it's attached well, you might be able to pull yourself up. Obviously, do it at your own risk. But yeah, very beautiful. Nice little shower. Yeah. Top-notch spot. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm definitely happy I decided to do this. I did the Butterfield Canyon one before. I might have already said it maybe a few times, but yeah, this just with the lighting now, I think it kind of captures like the quality of this pool a little better. So I think last time I came, it was like a little earlier in the day maybe. Sun wasn't quite shining here, but right now it's just like amazing. This is such an amazing pool. Just hard to get over, you know, and it's kind of a weird climb, not gonna lie. You know, the climb there is weird, but you know, it's just so nice, even compared to that lower pool down there. So yeah, yeah, wow. Alrighty, just kind of sit here beside the waterfall, you know, chill for a bit. I don't really want to jog back, but I got to do that. By the way, I have my water shoes on. I normally take them off, but you got to take a look at this. You know, see what I'm working with here. You know, there's like practically a hole there. This one doesn't have it. But let's get the other one. Yeah, I got a little pretty worn down hole there. So I'm gonna switch these soon. You know, the funny thing is, I actually have a pair that I've kind of broken in a little bit, and I have like a brand new pair too. Oh, hold on to these. Whoa, crap. Wow. Wait, we're gonna film this. So there's a bird. I'm gonna be able to get it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the glass. Sorry about that. I don't really know what happened. I was talking about my shoes being all worn down, and then a bird just kind of like swooped in here and then kind of crawled back in there. Seems like a little moist for a bird nest. There might be a little dry area. I don't really know, but yeah. Anyways, I felt like, I gotta film it as a bird, you know. And I just, you know, like stupidly kind of walked in there with my phone, and yeah, I think I might have gotten paused somehow. You know how when the phone interacts with water, it kind of thinks it's like a finger pressing the pause button sometimes. But yeah. Anyways, that great pool. Should leave soon. Don't think I'm going to, but yeah, maybe like, I don't know, 5-ish, 10-ish minutes, who knows. So I decided to get out, and I'm like feeling this, and it really does feel pretty solid, you know. And I don't know, I mean, I'm not going to do it, I think, but I think I could do it. I really think I could do it. So I'm sure other people are doing this. I just don't know what's up there. I'm kind of like on my own. I'm not like super far away, but if, you know, something bad did happen, it could be pretty bad. So I don't know, you know, maybe one of these days, but you know, for now, I'm gonna just leave that a mystery. And yeah, let's try to do this awkward climb down, and yeah, jog back. think it could have held my weight. You know, I didn't actually like swing on it or anything, but yeah, I just saw that, like, you know, that other yellow rope was, I guess, tied to this branch just sitting there, and you know, it didn't seem particularly strong. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I knew what it was tied to and I could see how secure it was, I might give it a shot. But yeah, I think like just doing all the weird stuff alone that I do out in the wilderness, you know, it helps to sort of proceed with caution sometimes, especially with ropes. You know, I actually had a finger issue. The tendon that got all disconnected, you know, when I slipped on this one rope. So I don't know. But anyways, yeah, let's jog back.